So, and this episode is going to be called, How Does What You Have Serve You? How does what you have serve you? All right, so get yourself together and let's go in. All right, there are a lot of us out there who have professions, degrees, PhDs, and have gone to schools and have studied in many different disciplines for years and years and years and become masters at what they do and have made really good livings at it. But the question is, I didn't say how does it serve the system that enslaves you, but how does it serve you? When you go to these formal institutions, they are institutions of indoctrination. Now, the question at hand is, indoctrinating you into what? Some would say white supremacy. No, I like what Sabir Bey said. Not white supremacy, black inferiority. So now the question is, what have you been indoctrinated to? We have been indoctrinated, and those of us with high levels of education, city, state employees, medical profession, psychological profession, law enforcement, armed forces, we have been indoctrinated, and I'm really referring to those melanated peoples, not hating anybody, just stating facts. Indoctrination into being a black face on white power. It is important for us to realize as a people that in order for us to fix not what is necessarily wrong with the system, but to begin to repair those deficiencies in our own personalities, in our own households, in our own selves, is to first understand what has and is happening. Some would say, well, forget about slavery, forget about reparations and what has happened to you in the past. This is a new day. Not really. Nothing has ever changed without those who have been enslaved taking up arms and changing it. When I say take up arms, I don't mean go attack anybody. That's not what I mean. But once you decide not to wear a chain or a collar anymore, what happens? You become dangerous to the establishment, i.e., Black Militia, NFAC. Okay, so you pick up arms, you don't attack anyone. Why is that a threat? Because now the victimization that was the order of every day is now up for debate. And victimization, not really a question, because most bullies don't like resistance. So the question is, yet again, how does what you have serve you? Well, I have got a master's degree in criminal justice and, put my children through college and pay for my house and my car. Yeah, but Buzzard Gulch, 101. Do you own where you live? Or does the bank own it? Because if you don't own where you live, then guess what? You don't own it or anything that's on it or anything that's around it. Yet another level of indoctrination. It is a magician's trick. Watch this hand, not the one with the dagger in it, getting ready to stab you. So now, so many of us are entrenched in society so well that if society was to be challenged or dismantled, then that means your whole lifestyle, your whole hope of being, doing anything is now in question and now in danger. So now, instead of someone who is a colonizer or an oppressor, or for that matter, someone who is lording over you, they don't have to, because you have so much to lose if things change, that you won't dare change or remove yourself from the equation or allow anyone to make changes around you. So the question is, how does what you have serve you? I don't know. So now, since you're indoctrinated and you're entrenched, then that means that when you have children, do you teach them to be independent and you let them know that there are alternate ways of getting things done? Or do you just tell them, no, put your head down, don't make any trouble, get your degree, and be a viable member of this society, no matter how crooked, no matter how corrupt, no matter how hell-bent it has become on not dealing with the true needs and things that the people that are under it need? You say, well, I'm not a part of that. I'm not a racist. I don't hate anybody like myself. I don't hate anybody. I'm not a racist. I'm a realist. If you are the beneficiary of someone who has raped, stolen, pillaged, and you are the beneficiary of that even to this very day, then guess what? You are complicit. So now what? Well, reparations. Oh no, we can't do that because that would bankrupt the country. But if it was stolen yesterday, I heard that there's no statute of limitations on fraud. I think this would fall under a fraud. Well, I'm an American. Are you really? That's a conversation for another day. The question at hand is, how does what you have serve you? Begin to make changes. We are now in 2021, and that fiasco I saw the other day at the White House with people climbing up the walls, that was a joke. Those of us who understand what is actually going on knows that that could never happen if they didn't let it, but that's another conversation. The question, or I should say the solution at hand, is that those who understand and those who are trying to better themselves don't get involved in such things. That's not my fight. That's not my issue. What they do, it's not my business. How do you create a new paradigm? One person at a time, one household at a time, one victory at a time. Buzzard Gulch 101. Go back. Watch it on YouTube. Parts 1, 2, and 3. Find out what a municipality is and what your place in it is. Get out of the cities onto your own land. Okay, if you have a car note, pay it off or get another one. Stop getting in this circle of debt. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Because after all, what you have does not serve you. 30 days and the bills start all over again. Whoo, I just got finished. Oh, paying everything. Oh man. It's now Tuesday of the last week of the month and it starts all over again. I heard somebody say that insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. When are you going to decide what you have will serve you? This is Brother Q, giving you a little more food for thought. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Hit me up. Peace.